Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Hope you all had a very, very restful weekend. Hope your February is starting right and everything that you set your year to be, you're achieving it. You're putting into action all the things we've been discussing for the last weeks, and I'm sure those actions are generating positive results. Well, the journey is just the beginning. Um, Winners are the guys that stick to the end. So whatever you're doing that is working right now, keep it up. You're definitely on the right path. If you're thinking that your expectations are not being met immediately, don't worry. Just trust the process. Important thing is just for you to trust the process. And trust me, once you stay consistent, stay disciplined, the results are 100% assured. There is a 1% that we all cannot control, which is the laws of nature. But I believe with your consistency and persistency and staying true to the cause, you're definitely going to achieve the desired results. It's just important to stay true to the cause. Today, as we've put out there on our social platform, we're going to be focusing mostly today on productivity. Now, one thing I find that I would like to discuss today in this episode is being busy doesn't necessarily mean you're being productive. Yes, being busy doesn't necessarily mean you're being productive. And we all know our path to being successful can only be assured by our productive daily task. We all know that our path for being successful can only be assured by being productive on a daily basis. So it's important that we stay productive. A lot of people feign like they are productive, but they are actually just busy, or they look busy, but they are not actually productive. I'm gonna steal a quote from Elon Musk that advises his employees to always seek for projects that provides value to them, because that's the best way to get results. So we're going to be taking a lot of cue from this statement from Elon Musk today. We're also going to discuss one of his workout formula that he uses to ascertain productivity within his team. So I'd like to tell you again, being busy is not the same as being productive. Being busy is not the same as being productive. You can work all day. You can attend all the meetings you want to attend. You can even stay on your desktop from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 p.m. in the evening without actually reaching any of your daily goals. Yes, without actually reaching any of your daily goals. And this describes that you're simply busy, but not productive. Yes, how do you become productive? You become productive when you consistently build habits that help you attain your work or your goals within a defined time frame. I'll repeat that again. You are productive when you consistently build habits that help you attain your work or your goals within a defined time frame. So, if you are one of the people listening to this broadcast today and you struggle with your daily task, you actually worry about meeting your schedules, or you can't make high quality decisions, then you definitely have to drop whatever you are doing and listen to these tips I'm going to be giving you today. It's very important that you implement them, because these are tips that I have used that has helped me become very productive and has helped me build a lot of successful businesses. To have a productive day, one of the first things that you need to do is to prioritize and decide what's the most important task you are going to accomplish for that day. It's very important that you actually identify those important tasks that you want to achieve for the day. Because if you don't choose what you are going to do on the course of your day, then you're allowing the world to decide your priorities for you. Yes, because if you come out of your day, nothing planned, so you're just going to be reacting to whatever you meet as the course of your day goes. So it's important that you dictate the direction of your day by making apt decisions before your day even starts. If anybody listened to the broadcast of last week when we were talking about overcoming laziness, one of the things I mentioned that can help you overcome laziness is before you go to bed, try to identify the first top 4 priorities that you like to accomplish the next day. What this does is it allows you to start your day with priority focus in mind. It allows you to start your day already have at least 4 things you're going to work on for that day. And that definitely will help you achieve more than just going into your day with having no plans and just expecting to get to the office and then see what comes. That way, you are allowing your environment, your workplace, and the world to decide your priorities for you versus you coming to work focused with the defined priorities that you're going to work for the day. Earlier on, I mentioned about Elon Musk formula. I'm going to talk about it. One of the key things Elon Musk tells his team is that they have to always notice how they are wasting their time. So if you are in a meeting, Musk says, be certain that you're providing value to the whole audience. He also advises his employees, this is very crucial, he advises employees to walk out or drop off a call as soon as it's obvious that they aren't adding any value to the audience or to themselves. And it's important to understand that it's not rude to leave meetings that are not providing any value to you. It's very, very important. Many times we intentionally avoid doing things that we know we should be doing because we are just not intentional about our priorities. Now, if you don't want to make a difficult, if you don't want to make that difficult phone call or work on that report that you've been dreading for weeks, we are all excellent at inventing different things that has no impact at all in our goals. We all have time to just waste, and we look for things to distract us from that actual goal. It could be things like just clubhousing, which is a big thing right now. I spoke about it about 3 weeks ago. I'm going to talk about it again. Clubhouse, very good platform. If you've not been there, I encourage you to go. There are lots of gems, lots of nuggets, lots of information flying out there, and even lots of capital flying out there. But it's like every other social media platform, it can actually cause a lot of distraction. There can be a lot of value and there can be a lot of time wasted. So I will advise that when you're going to be doing those things, make sure that you do them at identified time. Create a time for social media. Create a time in your schedule that, okay, this hour or 2 hours, as depends on how packed your day is. This is all I'm doing for social media. Now, depending on what touch points you have on social media, you can decide, okay, I'm spending 15 minutes on Facebook, 15 minutes on Instagram, 15 minutes on Clubhouse, or what the case may be. But be dutiful and be intentional about those committed time. Because if you're not, it's actually going to cause you to look like you're busy, because you can sit behind your desk and you can be chatting online and people will think you're busy in the workplace, thinking you're getting things done. So that's what we're trying to say here. Make sure every time you are looking busy, you are actually being productive. Another important tip I would like to give you is to always create a to-do list. And make sure your to-do list are not daunting. Make sure they're short. 4 or 5 things a day is very, very good achievement. Make a list of the things that you really need to get done, and then focus on just the top 3 or 4 things that you need to do on a daily basis. You might think doing 3 or 4 tasks daily might not be enough, but I would like you to imagine that with your to-do list that you have to do today, if you've been going through this exercise for the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you will actually realize that by today, those to-do lists will be really, a lot will have been done. A lot will have been accomplished because you've broken them down into short tasks, into smaller tasks, and then you're completing them on a daily basis. And guess what? Your to-do list will continually start to shrink. I'm going to remind all of us about the Pareto Principle because we all know what the Pareto Principle is. The Pareto Principle suggests that 80% of our work can be completed with 20% of the relevant action. So it's important to focus on the most important stuff you have to accomplish on a daily basis so that you'll be amazed at how much you can actually get done over the course of a period of time. Okay? So very important to break your daily task into a to-do list and try and make sure you achieve the top 3 or top 4 of that priority list. Another one, or the next one I'm going to share, is eliminating the excesses we have in our life. We should avoid spending time on activities that are optional unless we truly enjoy those activities. That means we shouldn't be spending our free time on that charity or club, like Clubhouse, that doesn't really matter to us. We should strive to eliminate as many as the non-meaningful activities from our life as possible to leave room for the meaningful things. A lot of us tend to put too much attention, too much time towards doing stuff that has absolutely no meaning, no inclination to help us achieving our set goal. And one thing I would like to tell everybody today, the biggest thing we all on this universe, biggest resource that we all cannot control and we all have limited of is time. It is time. So it's important that you use your time very wisely. It's important you use your time wisely because that is one resource that you cannot control. And it's one resource, like I said, that in terms of resources, it's very, very limited. Another one that I think is crucial is to continually to limit ourselves. If you allow a limited amount of time to work on something, you will find that you'll be forced to do most of the important things first. The fear of not getting it done in time will actually help you increase your efficiency. I'll give you an example. Let's assume you have an 8-hour work day. Obviously, there are some certain things that you have to capture into your work day, things like lunch, things like tea break, things like you're just walking around to get your mind refreshed. But it's important that the time that you have dedicated to work, you use this time, apportion this time well, use this time to focus on your top priorities so that at least at the end of the day, you have all those things done. What that does is actually helps you increase your level of efficiency in your day. Okay? I'm going to run through all these tips again. Just to recap these tips. The first one is to make sure you prioritize your day. Make sure you put all your important tasks up on the top of your list and try to accomplish those tasks daily. Next thing is, anywhere you're finding that you're not adding value to the audience or to yourself, please walk out or drop off that call. The third one is to make sure you keep your to-do list quite short. good idea is to make a list of everything that you need to do and then focus on getting the top 3 or 4 things done on a daily basis. Like I said, remember the Pareto Principle that suggests 80% of your work can be completed with 20% of your relevant actions. Fourth one is to actually eliminate all the excess from your life. And the last is to limit yourself. Limit yourself. So having said all of that, what's very important at the end of every day is to always measure yourself. Take the last 15 minutes of your day before you leave the office to do a review of your day. Ask yourself, how busy were you today? Ideally, you should have a full day, but you should not have an endless list of tasks to complete. Yes, life should be full, but it should not be that busy. If you are too busy, it's likely that you are either spending too much time on things that don't really matter to you, or you're actually spending too much time on tasks that aren't relevant. So today, I will challenge you all to prioritize your day and your activities, to stick to those items that are of top priorities, and I can assure you that you enjoy getting more done in less time on a daily basis. Okay? Let's go see who's checked in, where they're checking in from. Okay. All right. Only Fazana is online here with me. Let me know where you're checking in from, what platform you are on, if it's on Facebook, if it's on YouTube, let us know what country you're checking in from. Put in their question in the comment there if there's anything you would like us to address regarding you being busy and not productive. So let's hear from you all. Let's hear from you all. If there's anything you would like us to talk about before we round up today's episode of Mindset Monday. All right, while we wait for people to put in comments, I would also like to use this opportunity to invite all the listeners here to join our support group, Success Mindset Club on Facebook. A lot has been happening. We're sharing success stories. We're motivating each other. We're sharing all kinds of nuggets that can help us be successful in 2021. I will encourage all listeners to please join us. And it's not just joining the group. What's important is for you to participate. Please share your experiences with us. Share your knowledge with us. Let's learn from you as you're learning from us. The whole idea about that group is supposed to be a support group where we can all learn from each other, where we can all talk to each other, and anything that we're finding not clear, we actually have an opportunity and a place where we can actually discuss it, and to ensure that let's learn from you as you're learning from us. The whole idea about that group is supposed to be a support group where we can all learn. Sorry. I was just trying to make sure that the video and the Facebook and YouTube, like last time, is up and running. All right, so I can see everything is up and running. Technically, we're fine. So guys, please follow us on Facebook, our support group, Success Mindset Club. Also, every Wednesday, make sure you tune in to our Mindset podcast. It's on Spotify, it's on Google Cast, it's on Anchor. Lots of nuggets have been shared there. You definitely want to catch up on the episodes. Currently, we're talking about developing a successful mindset. We've looked at many topics, from what success means to us, to all the excuses we give ourselves from limiting our success. Currently, right now, we're going through identifying and overcoming our limiting beliefs. So you might want to check that out. It's a mindset podcast by Coach Lukeman. It's on most platforms: Spotify, Google Cast, Anchor. Most podcast platforms, you'll find them there. I think we're currently right now on we're going into episode 7 this Wednesday. So you can catch up on the last 6 episodes. And if you have any questions, if you have anything to clarify, if you want to share anything, like I said, please share with us on our Facebook group, or you can actually share it on my business page too. That's fine. So I hope we've all learned one or two things today. It's very important to have a full schedule, but it's also equally important to have a productive day. A full schedule is good. Busy day is good if we are productive. Busy days is not good if we're lying to each other. If we're lying to ourselves, that's the key thing. So you have to be intentional about your deliverables and about what you're trying to achieve and about your goals. Okay. If there are no questions, I guess I shall be rounding up today's broadcast. And all right. I hope today has been good again. And I would like to wish you all a very blessed week filled with productivity, filled with a sound mindset. Take care and stay blessed. Is your coach, Lukman. Have a lovely week.